I'm about to be under attack, and I'm guarding this tile. We're about to learn exactly what that means. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and we've been at war with the AI, battling against Rhun in the bottom right portion of the map, which I'll show you in just a minute. We got fighting to watch here, so I'm guarding this tile. I don't exactly know what guarding means. I think, from what I can tell, it looks like I'm protecting this tile and nearby tiles, and one fight just finished. The next fight is on its way. Technically, I should keep my eye on the health of my army, and if it's looking bad, I should just get out of there, because I don't particularly need this tile. Ooh, what's going on here? A draw. Okay, so these guys now have me locked on the tile, I think. Can I leave from the draw? I don't know that I can, and now they've got more armies here. I've got more armies coming too, but this may be too little too late. It looks like I can potentially retreat. Can I? Can I go here and just say move and select him? Cancel the guarding of surrounding tiles. I did. And now I'm out of there. And I bailed on a fight? Can you do that? Apparently you can. Huh. Okay. I think that was probably the right strategy rather than getting caught in that huge fight. And now my stronger Dwalin's on the way over. Is Dwalin going to fight it? Or is he going to retreat back to his original position? I think he's actually technically going to retreat, which is kind of unfortunate. And maybe I should have retreated Aragorn as well, because, I mean, they could just attack him in his new position, and I haven't actually accomplished much. I just kind of wanted to get out of that situation where my march was getting low, and they had lots of troops coming to hit it. So we're all learning here, okay? We're all learning. I could have gone to maybe this position that they couldn't attack, then I could have reinforced my march. I'm actually not that bad off. I'm at 41 out of 63 command. And what happens to my Dwalin, who went to reinforce a square before, and now it's controlled by the enemy? Do I go to the square? Do I attack? I hope I attack. I don't. What a waste. So the march now retreats, and I'm going back to the square that I was at. That's a little bit of a bummer. So I have a couple options with my Aragorn, who's right here on the front lines now, and I mean, they're coming. They're definitely on their way over. I can stick it out in the tile, or I can go somewhere else. If I stick it out, I can send reinforcements, but it's like 30 minutes for me to get more support there. So I'm almost kind of better off just like sending it somewhere else, because I'm not really ready to defend that tile in the way that I would like. Now, I don't know what would happen if I put Dwalin there as well. And then I have Aragorn and Dwalin on the same tile. To do that, I've got to wait a couple minutes for Dwalin to get back to here. Then I can run him back over to Aragorn. And then I've got two marches in the same place. But which one do they hit? I don't actually know how that works. So I think what I'm going to do, gotta decide. I can leave the Aragorn here, or I can take him back to somewhere safer and give him some reinforcements. I mean, this is an interesting thing where I don't know how we beat the AI. The only thing I've seen so far is that there was one of these little camps, like a scout, in like this position, and somebody attacked it and destroyed it, and it looked like it took out all the territory nearby as well. I don't know how we beat the AI. I don't know how you stop them from just continually sending marches, which is problematic, because like, as fun as it is to kind of commit to this part of the map, is this where I want to be committed? I'm not gaining ring power. I'm not gaining resource tiles. My economic situation for myself and the faction, because I could be taking all kinds of stuff, is like basically halted in order to do the warring. And I mean, you know, it's a war game. I'm into it. I'm just suggesting what's the best thing for me to be doing right now. So with Aragorn, I think like the problem is if I move him again, I'm spending more of his energy. How much does he have? He's got 89 stamina. I mean, that's certainly enough to fall back and get some better trades, which I feel like is probably a worthy thing to do. So what I'm going to do is just send him back actually to my fort so that I don't have to like watch the game for a really long time. And now I'm going to move my Dwalin over here. Now, how long is it going to take me? Minute 56. That's got to be faster than these guys. So if you were actually battling against an enemy, seriously battling against a real player, and you saw them do what I just did, let me tell you exactly what you would do. Assuming that battling against players works the same as the AI, you'd take your marches that are here and you'd take this tile, and it would make it so that my stamina spent on Dwalin to walk here would be completely wasted, because Dwalin would walk back to this square like you just saw on the screen. I think that's how that would go. So I'm on my way over, and I'm going to take this hit and fight these guys for a little bit, and maybe I reinforce the march, and then after it gets a little weak, I run it back to the fort, and then I decide, like, am I contributing something valuable down here? Because I think a part of what you kind of need in order to be effective in this situation is probably to be, like, busting up these different settlements. I think that's actually what you need to do. And I'll have to try that out. Where's a settlement to be able to show you? Wow, that's interesting. Here's one. I think you got to be taking these out. And to take these out, I need tiles. So in the very least, I need 30 minutes to go shed 5 or 6 tiles so that I can have a few in a row. And then I can march my way towards something and try to take it out. That's an option. The other thing, I mean, look, I don't know if just beating up the marches that are out here is getting anything productive done whatsoever. Like, does the AI just have endless marches? I don't know. Also, I could have swore that the enemy was going to this tile, but it looks like they're going to this one instead, and they're reinforcing it. So what I could do, if I want to be a bully, which, sure, I'm into it at this moment in time, is to hit this other tile before they get there. That way I'm dealing with 4 marches, not 8. That feels like a win to me. I say we give that a try. We hit the 4, we see what happens, and just go from there. Oh, but I only have 20 stamina. Well, that's problematic, isn't it? Because after I take this tile, I guess I could always retreat back to the base, and retreating back to the base is not an issue, right? Retreating back to base doesn't take stamina. I know that because I just retreated Aragorn to my base, to my fort, and it did not take stamina. Okay, great. I'm hitting this dude, man. I'm in. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. And then 15 seconds later, we'll get to the actual outcome. Here we go. Oh, boy. The combat is, you know, paced out. Here we go. 5 seconds, we get a hit, and we see how we do. How will we do? 4 armies here, no big deal. Seems fine. Send them home. Send them home. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. You messing with me? Let's go. What do we got? First army, I just obliterated them, man. Second army, I just obliterated. Third army, I just completely obliterated. Oh my gosh. Dude, did they even have troops? They did. Wow. I mean, I just completely wrecked these guys. And then the next one, I just completely wrecked too. Jeez. See, I'm killing a lot of their troops, but, like, what does this accomplish? Like, I genuinely don't know if that accomplishes anything at all. Like, did I just do anything? Or is this all just, like, the AI is like, beep, boop, more troops, you know? Like, couldn't tell you how that works. Are they limited on stamina or actions or anything? Or do they just do whatever they want? And I could send more marches, but there's no point. Reinforcing right now would be a bad call because it would lock me for 25 minutes from doing anything. And I might need to do something in 25 minutes other than just, like, sit in this tile. Now, granted, they are starting to send things actually at the tile, to which I say, come at me, bro, and let's see what they do. And in the meantime, I did finish up creating a building to conscript units. Yeah, these horseback archers. I feel like I could get into these. I could get into having some of those in my army, but while I'm waiting, I should construct something, and that thing I should construct at this moment in time, given kind of what I've got so far, I mean, like, honestly, it's probably some resource production buildings. That's, like, resource production, the economy is the key to this game. Okay. So, Dwalin's here. Basically saying, come at me. Worked out pretty well for me the last time. And now I'm going to push the guard button. Now, when I push the guard button, what does it do? Assign this army to guard this tile. Okay. You can see that when I did that, there's a little fortress that seems to have appeared around it. I don't know what that's doing. I don't know what benefits that's giving me. Hopefully there's some benefits. If I tap the tile, it doesn't say anything about it being guarded. I can see that the little icon, I guess up here-ish, I'm not pointing very effectively, up over there, is now got the sword and the shield, and it's glowing, showing, I guess, that I'm guarding this. I think what it does is it allows me to guard nearby fellowship tiles. Not faction tiles, but fellowship tiles is my guess. And so for now, there aren't any other fellowship tiles close enough, not even within a 3x3. There's not a single one of those tiles, so I wouldn't know. But I think these guys are going to come at me, and I'm eager to give them the pleasant surprise of getting completely wrecked. Now, it's kind of more fun when that's against another player, but okay, AI, come at me. Okay, they're now seconds away. And I mean, we know these armies are going to get wrecked, right? Don't we? Don't we, though? Oh, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Fight's on. What happens? More in the fight? Oh, yeah, they got defeated. They totally got defeated. Yep. Took them both out. Victory. GG. And not just GG, but GG easy. I mean, technically, I'm farming experience off of them, but, like, not really. Not really. There's much better ways I could be spending time. And this is kind of a massive time commitment to just kind of be hanging out here. So I am going to have to figure out exactly how to take down the enemy. And I'm making this video in part to be like, hey, does anybody know? How do you stop this invasion from continuing to be a thing? I think that when I get to the next ring level and I pop up to like level 90, which, you know, that'll happen probably overnight. When I wake up in the morning, I'll send my troops down. I'll get my 10 extra tiles from dominance. And I'll use those 10 tiles of flexibility to just go wherever I need to go and just smash some stuff. That's probably the way to do it. And realistically, I should have a couple armies down here for that operation. I would think that I want like a couple that I really hit with that are like the main punch. And then a couple other armies that are weaker that just are there to take tiles that the enemy's not actually defending. Because like I should not waste stamina from one of my premium marches to take a level 1 tile, right? So I've got a march that I just kind of float around to do that with. It's Haldir and his band of merry warriors, and he's got, you know, he's got some T1s and some T2s in there. It's kind of whatever, right? But he's used him with his band of merry warriors to kind of attack those weaker tiles and then punch hard with the stronger marches on the other tiles. And across all those, I've probably got the stamina to get the job done. Thing I will need to do is actually probably upgrade one of my forts to be able to actually have that many marches in there, 3. And you know, in case you didn't know, you can upgrade forts to increase the number of marches that are in there. And, oh, baby, somebody's coming. Hey, Gimli Step Bros coming in to help out here. So I can upgrade this sucker. And doing so costs a lot, actually. But upgrading it is going to give me more armies supported in here. So if I want to have more of those armies and do this whole thing myself with that operation I was discussing earlier, yes, I would need to increase my capacity. That's going to take me an hour. I would think that really the best way to go and do this is with some other people in your faction and really to team up, which is a huge part of the game, is teaming up with other people. And then probably we could be effective and wipe a bunch of this stuff out. And if that's a video you'd like to see, let me know in the comments, and that's something that I can go create. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.